What are we doing, gang? What are we doing? First things first. First things first. Girly Jock in the building. Didi, I see you. Jersey girl. What are we doing? Let me know if y'all can hear me. First things first. What's good? Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. What's good? I see the chat. I see you guys in the chat already. Caroline Organics. Let me know what it sound like. Before we get started, this gonna be wild, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Kaden, what's good? Listen, can you hear me? Elevated Gamer, what's going on? Can y'all guys hear me, gang? I want to discuss this. Raven, what's good? Guys, listen. First things first. First things first. J. Cole fans, I would advise you to exit the chat. I got a lot of J. Cole fans that watch me, and they tell me all the time, I don't tune in for your J. Cole commentary. Salute Hummingbird in the building, prime time in the building. And this is good. I want to get this started. Before we get started, I would advise this is not suitable for J. Cole fans. I'm just going to be honest. This is not suitable. I'm going to say this again. This is not a suitable recording for J. Cole fans. I'm just going to be honest. Listen, man, I already know the consensus. I already talked to you guys about my guy from the Matrix, the Merovingian, I believe that's how you say it, the Frenchman. It's his job to know. It is his business to know. It is not good business right now to be critical of J. Cole. I gotta keep it a buck in these YouTube streets. In these YouTube streets, gang, I would be remiss if I wasn't honest. A lot of guys are glazing this interview, gang, and let's say this. I'm going to say this before I get started. Full disclosure, I love Nadeska Alexis. I love Nadeska Alexis. I've loved her since Everyday Struggle. I used to get in the comments and tear you guys up for frying her. So this ain't gonna be no disrespect to Nadeska, but I gotta do what I gotta do. A lot of people are very excited for this interview, and I saw a lot of people breaking this interview down. Giddy gumdrops. They're so excited. They're doing the Birdman hand rub. They got so many good things to say about this interview, and that's okay. It's okay to be a J. Cole fan. But guys, I walked away from this thing. I had my headphones on at the in my office, and I just kept chuckling because this interview made me chuckle. There are some moments in here where you're like, this is awful for this guy. Because at the end of the day, like I said, before the J. Cole fans rush in, I would say check out, because I'm not going to be purposely mean, but I'm going to be honest. And you may have saw the thumbnail and it says J. Cole should not be a rapper. Well, that's what I walked away from this interview in my mind. J. Cole should not be a rapper, gang. J. Cole is indecisive. J. Cole flip-flops and he changes his mind. Rappers are competitive. When we get dissed, we diss back. We don't apologize for dissing you back, gang. You should not be a rapper if this made your stomach hurt and your wife cry. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to play the interview. I'm not going to play the video, but we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to play the audio of the interview. And y'all let me know if it lag or anything like that. But I'm not going to play the video. I'm going to play the audio. But we can follow. We grown-ups. We can follow the audio. But back in my day, when a rapper got dissed, he was mad. When a rapper got dissed, gang, he was mad, gang. I'm just going to be honest. When you dissed a rapper back in my day, oh, man, he got his pen and pad. Y'all remember when Ice Cube and Be Real started going at each other. Oh, what? No apologies, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Back in my day, there's a lot of rappers that won't stand for it. Gang, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen a rapper stomach hurt because he had to diss another rapper. I've never seen another rapper's wife crying because he had to diss another rapper, gang. You may not meant to be a rapper. You may not meant to be a rapper, gang. And I get it. It's all about feelings and searching your inner sides and this, that, and the third. But rappers, we rap. It's competitive. J. Cole laid out everything in this interview, and now everything makes sense, gang. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense now. It all makes sense why we got the 7-minute drill and why he apologized. J. Cole should not be a rapper. He doesn't know what it is to be a rapper. He doesn't want to be. He's a fan of rap, and he loved rappers. He said his favorite rapper used to be Tupac, but then it became himself. He's his favorite rapper. If you're your favorite rapper and then your favorite rapper got dissed and it made your stomach hurt, you might not meant to be a rapper. You may like the sound of your own voice. You may really put some great words together. You went 3 years telling us how any rapper that wanted smoke was going to get his neck in a noose. I put your favorite rapper neck in a noose. And then we get this interview. And I'm going to be honest, gang. And like I said, J. Cole fans, please leave the chat. I don't want you to feel no kind of way about me when this is over. Because it's going to be bad. Because I'm going to talk to him like a rapper going to talk to him. He said his man was like this. You a good dude. That's cold for a nigga. You soft as shit. But I still love you. I don't think J. Cole should be a rapper, gang. I don't think you should be a rapper when a nigga said, ain't no fuck the big three. It's just big me. Right? And he said 2 niggas on stage holding hands. He wasn't dissing you, nigga. He was making an observation. 2 niggas was on stage holding hands and telling each other, you're the greatest. No, you're the greatest. And a real rapper stepped in the room and said, fuck both y'all niggas. Stop associating me with these niggas. Can y'all hear me good? Am I flowing? What's going on? Let me know, gang. Listen, J. Cole fans, step out of the room. Come back in about 2 hours. Because I'm watching these other guys falling upside down over this crazy ass interview. Back in my day, if any rapper came out saying this backwards, wishy-washy shit, they wouldn't be allowed to be a rapper no more. I'm just going to be honest. If you're this soft and emotional about a rap battle, you are not a rapper. You said, I'll put your favorite rapper neck in a noose. And if you're a J. Cole fan, if I sit down with you long enough, you can, if you're being honest, you can give me at least 50 hard body quotes from J. Cole that's absolutely insane. Where they sounded real good. Because he's a fan of rap. You can give me 50, 60 hard body J. Cole quotes that sound tough as nails. That made your head spin and you were like, oh shit, this nigga Cole is fucking crazy. But what's happening right now, gang, and that's like I said, I love Nadeska. But Nadeska's a fan. I love Nadeska, but she stared at J. Cole with them puppy dog eyes and was like, I'm glad you're in a better space. I'm glad you did what was right for you, Cole. I'm glad you're feeling better and your tummy doesn't hurt anymore. What the fuck is going on in rap, gang? What's going on in hip-hop, gang? Where you can get dissed and then your stomach hurts and your whole house is in up. Mind you, this was only 2 days. He dropped 7-minute drill, if I'm not mistaken, on April 4th. If I'm not mistaken, April 4th, April 5th, some shit like that. And then dropped the apology 2 days later on the 7th, the 5th to the 7th. This nigga house was in shambles. Absolute shambles. This nigga was kicking the dog, everything. She was like, babe, I think you need to talk to somebody. I'm just gonna be fucking honest. I'm watching these other reactors. They're looking at this video like, good for you, Cole. You did, this is the right thing to do. And I'm just gonna say niggas' names. Wayno is all up in arms. He loves this shit. Wayno trying to convince us that J. Cole did the right thing. And Wayno chastising us because we don't think so. Mad reactors are on this shit telling us, gang, you gotta search your feelings because Cole did the right thing. Where? Cole whole fucking team had their head down in there. Cole just told you himself they was killing me. Yes, nigga, hip-hop was killing you. Not the pop stars and the pop people, but hip-hop was killing you. Rightfully fucking so. I love the narrative like we're wrong. We're too fucking whatever. Somehow, some way, we're the ones that we're the Neanderthals and Cole is enlightened and above this shit. You're not a rapper, dog. You're some therapist's ongoing paycheck. You're searching your feelings about a rap battle, dog. You're not a rapper. Sad to say. You're getting consoled because you responded in a rap battle, dog. Gang. I can't tell you. I walked away from this interview. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this nigga, some of these thoughts he shouldn't be allowed to ramble on. Everybody like, Nadeska, let him talk. She should have. She shouldn't have let him talk because some of this shit sound crazy. He's just like rambling on, and it's like, bro, he be breaking down the most obvious shit, and it's like, dog, why would that be a dog? What we talking about? Like some of this shit, and I'm gonna play this shit, but some of this shit is like obvious shit, and you're struggling with it. I'm like, is this nigga? What's going on, Cole? Like what's going on, fam? Like, do you need like a guide? Like you need some guidance? Like Cole sound like a nigga that really needs some guidance. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm like, bro, like if these motherfuckers and his fans in the comments, they love it. They love that this nigga was confused and for almost his whole fucking career. This nigga's confused, unsure, overthinking shit. This nigga has a team because he don't fucking understand what to do next half the time. If you watch the interview, this nigga's fucking, I don't even know how old Cole, what, 30-something years old? This nigga's in the interview talking about, I got to sleep in my mom and dad's room. What the fuck? I slept in my mom and dad's room for the first time. This nigga's, let me look this shit up. How old is J. Cole? I need to know. Somebody could tell me in the comments. It's got to be a mistake. Is it a typo? This nigga 41 years old? Is this nigga J. Cole really 41 years old? Gang, I'm the only nigga out here that's going to do this. Me and Quality and maybe delete it. This nigga J. Cole in his interview mind was blown that he got to sleep in his mom and dad's room because, first of all, he's rich. So he told him to get a bed for his house. He went back to a 401, what is it? 4174 Hill Drive, whatever the address is. He went back there, right? Right? So then he said, give me a bed because I want to sleep here. I ain't slept here in years. I want to sleep here. So he says, give me a bed. So these motherfuckers go get him a king-size bed for this little ass room. He's like, it don't fit in there, gang. So he goes and they put the bed in his mom and his stepdad's room. And this nigga Cole is like, I finally get to sleep in my mom's room. And his fans are eating this shit up. Gang, I'm sorry. Maybe I know. And I told myself, Charles, before you go live, you wrong. Just admit it. You wrong. I know. I didn't get it. I understand. I'm wrong. I'm wrong for this. But a 41-year-old man was gushing over sleeping in his mom and dad's room. Gang, this nigga is regressing. This nigga was going on and on about being in that fucking Honda Civic with his boys that he used to hang out with. Gang, I don't know what's happening. I don't understand this, but I do need the J. Cole fans who still want to be cool with me. I need y'all to tap out. I need y'all to tap out. Because it all makes sense now. J. Cole should not be a rapper. Because rappers are competitive. Ain't no rapper on earth. Well, rapper. No, I'm not talking about a therapist's wet dream. J. Cole is a therapist's wet dream. He's still excited to sleep in his mom and dad's room and drive his old Honda Civic when he's a millionaire. Shit still excites him. Still acting like he's fucking 22, still trying to get a record deal. J. Cole been confused his whole fucking life, according to this interview. And the simple fact that Jay-Z told him to get a hit record, he was right. He needed guidance. This interview, and I know you go look at the interview in the comments. These J. Cole fans, they love this shit. Yes, we love this indecisive shit. We love this. Oh, shucks, my stomach was hurting they love this shit, gang. They fucking love this shit. Nadeska was the best one for the job. I'm sitting there like, you ain't following. I said, I love Nadeska, but you missed a lot of follow-up questions. You missed a lot of follow-up questions. And a lot of shit that we should have been talking about, she let him tell the interview. And a lot of things he didn't even explain. We still don't know why you wrote 7 Minute Drill. I was in a negative, a dark place. Right? That's not the exact words. The words was worse than that. The words he used was worse than that. We still don't know. They're so eager to absolve him for the shit. They don't ask him why he wrote it. They just want to forgive it. We got no clarity from this motherfucker. I'm just gonna be honest. They don't want it should have been like, so when you sat down to write 7 Minute Drill, why did you write that? Because they want him to just skate over that, because they want us all to forgive him, right? Went 3 years telling niggas, I put your favorite rapper noose in your favorite rapper neck in a fucking noose if he stepped to the God. On the day I was born, I keep telling you that Johnny P's Caddy verse, one of the best verses I've ever heard. You walk away from that shit like, better not nobody fuck with this nigga. This nigga really is Simba. He control the jungle. All the light, everything the light touches is yours, my nigga. The fuck happened to that? We never get no answers as to why he did the shit. We get all the answers as to how he felt and his stomach hurt and people was crying around him, and we get all that, but we never get the answers. Then why'd you write this shit in the first place? If all this shit is above your pay grade and you feel so bad, you're taking Tums and Pepto-Bismol. Everybody in the house was sick for 2 days. This nigga said, I thought about the apology an hour before I said it. Told my whole team, my wife started crying. Everybody it was mixed reviews in there, but everybody could tell I was at peace. But 2 days ago, you wrote some heinous shit. And he just brushes that off in an interview. You wrote some real rapper shit. And then 2 days later, you apologized to the nigga and you said, I'm glad he heard it. This interview is crazy, gang. J. Cole really don't give a fuck what nobody thinks as long as Kendrick heard that he was sorry. This nigga Cole said, when everybody was talking all that, are you okay, Cole? He actually was on a beach. He said, I was really on a beach, actually. Surprisingly, right? Ironically, I actually ended up on the beach. He said he was not affected by this shit at all once he said his apology. He was good. He was pretty much at peace. And he didn't even know what you niggas was whatever. But he did say he had to get off YouTube because all them videos popped up like my shit. Saying, J. Cole, what the fuck did you do, my G? He not meant to be nobody's rapper. He not meant to be nobody's rapper. This nigga should be a fan of rap. Maybe the janitor at a high school or the nigga or a ball boy for an NBA team. Not no rapper. This nigga's a fan. Because the rappers I know, all the rappers that he said he loved, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, none of them niggas took disrespect lightly. Not even one of them. What? No apologies, my G. Niggas went to war. And he keep using this shit, the bloodshed. You niggas wanted bloodshed. No, nigga, we just wanted you to rap. And honestly, if you go back and rewind this shit, go back to my video, the very first video when he dropped 7-minute drill. I said in that video, he shouldn't have said nothing. I said his heart wasn't in it before he even apologized. I said J. Cole heart clearly ain't in this shit. He should have never spoke on it. He should have never did this. He got gassed up to do this. Then he went on a Dreamville stage an hour before, and for all you niggas with the schoolboy Q theory that I've been telling you, motherfuckers really got my comments with Charles. It was schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q called them, gang. Even if let's just play it. Let's just play the scenario out. I need this. I don't know if I'm gonna get to this. I don't know if I'm gonna get to this interview, gang, because I got so much to say about the fucking interview. Let's just play this scenario out. A rapper gets a call from another fucking rapper. Dog, listen. I'm just gonna be honest with you, my G. I know you mad, but hear me out. Hear me out, my G. The schoolboy Q allegedly, according to the lore, right? The canon of the fucking battle, right? According to the canon, schoolboy Q gets on the fucking call, right? My G, hear me out. I know Dot said some shit. I know your whole team reacting to it. Mind you, we're not even gonna get into the rumors of how Dreamville already was fucking sneak dissing and talking shit about Dot and TDE, but let's just stay focused. My G, listen. Dot not playing with niggas this time, gang. This between him and Drake, gang. I need you to fall back. Stay out of this. I want to know, once he told J. Cole to stay out of it, did he hang up? Like, stay out of this, clink. Or did he keep talking? My G, I get it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Did he tell him to apologize, or did he just tell him fall back and he chose to apologize? In what world, what rapper is going to listen to that shit on the fucking phone? Be fucking honest. I've been trying to tell these J. Cole niggas, like, what rapper would have listened to that shit? It would have made me diss you, nigga. Don't fucking call my phone about some nigga gonna do shit, nigga. It'll make no sense to me. It never did. But when you're not a rapper, you think like a civilian that's in a therapist's office that's trying to search your feelings. And these motherfuckers really believe that shit. That a rapper listen to another rapper to not respond to a rapper that just dissed him and said he was on stage holding hands and said, fuck the big three, which I said from the beginning, it ain't that really no diss. It ain't really no diss. You can react to it or not react to it. Him and Drake could have ignored that shit. Them niggas would still be the 2 number 1 rappers on earth. But their ego got into it. So he got gassed up. Like if you watch the interview, Cole is easily manipulated. Cole don't know what he want to do here, there, or that. It's all over the place. If you watch the interview, this guy completely has almost no direction. He can be swayed. If you listen to it, sound like his whole life was back and forth, back and forth. His entire life, if you listen to this interview. Up until the fucking interview, he was talking about, I was late to this interview, Nadeska, I was worried about this, that, and the third. Like, this nigga's always worried. This courage, the cowardly dog-ass energy. I'm just going to be honest. So this schoolboy Q narrative it never flew to real niggas that know. Ain't no nigga gonna call another nigga talking about dog. It's gonna get too personal. Dumb niggas believe that shit. And if you believe that, I don't know what to call you, but somebody think you're dumb, and I think it's dumb. So I'm not gonna say you're dumb, right? I'm not gonna do it like Russell be like, y'all niggas is fucking weird. But at the end of the day, it's weird to believe another rapper gonna tell another rapper that the whole world's watching, fall back. Make him go on stage at his own fucking show and apologize to a nigga. You think another rapper going to listen to some shit like that? At that point, I got beef with the whole TD. Nigga, don't call me like I can't handle my fucking business. You know how disrespectful it is to think that another rapper could make another rapper put down his pen? I can't even understand how you motherfuckers actually believe this shit, bro. I can't even understand it. Salute to Keyshawn for the super chat. I can't even understand it. How you motherfuckers really thought that shit was real. But I get it. Everybody not a rapper. Everybody not a rapper. Right? I happen to be a rapper. And I know once I feel like this is disrespect and the whole world waiting to see my response, if I'm a rapper, Oh, nigga, you getting hit him up, nigga. Dude, nigga, Pac gave hit him up and never even had a fucking, he didn't even get dissed. And Pac gave him hit him up. What we talking about? You're not a rapper if you wrote a record and your stomach was hurting for 2 days and your wife cried when she realized that you came to your senses and you were going to apologize. And your man looking at you like Big Daddy Kane. This man's like, you a good dude. He really wanted to walk the fuck out. I'm just going to be honest. This man was like, you a good dude. That's what you say to niggas when you disappointed and you just don't really want to hurt their feelings. You just look at them. Cuz probably, I'm going to say, I'm about 10 seconds, he looked at him like this, bro. Just irritated inside, but he's like, you know what? He just hit him with you a good dude. Hit him with you a good dude. Dog, I watched this interview, flabbergasting. How they in the comments, oh, this is the best interview. It could have went another hour. Another fucking hour? You want to watch this shit for another hour? Of these soft-ass flip-flopping ways that he got going on? This interview is a disaster, gang. To his rap career, to his personal family life, this is beautiful. He's showing you how to be a man. He's showing you how to take accountability, set responsibility. That he's showing you some really great grown-up characteristics. And a lot of these YouTubers, they're like, he did a grown-up thing. He did a grown-up thing. Well, he did do a grown-up thing, right? He made a mistake. He apologized. That's how you should, in polite society, that's what we do. We make mistakes, we apologize. But this hip-hop, and it wasn't no mistake because he said all that shit after he told everybody, don't fucking rap against me. Or I'm going to put your neck in a noose. Hip-hop got certain rules and qualifications. You can't rap for 3 years straight on features. He even talks about the features in the interview. He knew he was bodying niggas on these features. He knew it was unfair to niggas he was getting on features with, tearing their ass up. This nigga Cole regrets almost everything. He really did want to fall off and leave the game. And then when everybody started shitting on him for that apology, he got energized. He said, I need a fucking boogeyman. I need something to energize me and make me angry. So therefore, he said when everybody started being good with him, he lost his pen game. He said, when everybody started being good with me, I lost my pen game because I need everybody to be doubting me. Gang, it is insanity, right? And everybody goes through writer's block and this, that, and the third. But Cole literally didn't even want to rap no more. I'm gonna get to the interview, right? But like I said, Cole fans, please, if you want to maintain a shred of goodwill toward me, I would say check out. It's not going to be fun in the slightest because I watched several of these guys break down this interview. It's kitty corner, gang. It's like they so happy this dude even did the interview. Now, why he couldn't do this with Cameron? Cameron's suing his ass right now for the same goddamn thing. J. Cole had to be so comfortable. He had to go back to Forest Hill Drive, get in his mom and dad's room and go to sleep to do this interview. And he still was late for the interview. He had to be so comfortable. They had to be in his basement with the drum machine that may or may not be the original drum machine to get the actual interview. That's how comfortable this nigga had to be to tell this sad story about how he was really hurt that he had to say some really mean things to Kendrick Lamar. That's where we at with J. Cole. Gang. I know, and I'm going to say this, his publicists, they're doing a bang-up job because what they did was they try to reverse their narrative, right? They reversed their narrative. It's excellent. And they got a lot of, allegedly, J. Cole sending out hoodies to every fucking reactor from here to Poughkeepsie, right? Every fucking reactor get a free J. Cole hoodie yet. Get a free J. Cole hoodie, right? I guess I ain't getting mine yet. I guess my J. Cole hoodie ain't ain't in the mail yet. But to me, that is a bribe. When you come on your stream, you're a reactor. People expect your reactions to be honest. If you come on the stream reacting to J. Cole in a J. Cole hoodie, you're compromised. If you got a J. Cole hoodie in your closet, you're compromised. I'll wear the J. Cole hoodie and say the same shit I'm saying right now. End of the fucking day. You can't buy me. That's the problem. But some of these guys are they're so anxious to be down with this guy, and a lot of them were pandering for the interview that they didn't even get. All these motherfuckers was pandering to get the interview, and he gave it to Nadeska. Didn't none of them get it with the J. Cole hoodies on. We're gonna be here, gang. See, I'm the outlier. The algorithm you can't unless they cut the stream, right? Because for some reason I still got hip hop in my veins, gangs. For some reason, I still look at shit from hip hop. I'm not looking at it from this new school, new age, crystals and fucking we walking on hot coals and ayahuasca. That's all good. But when you come back into this hip hop space, we got rules here. We got rules here. And if you're gonna be a rapper that talk shit for 3 years straight about how you're gonna put another rapper neck in a fucking noose. Oh, yeah, we gonna have something to say about that. And these new age motherfuckers walking around with this white linen and all this shit on, burning incense, they want me to change. No, nigga. No. So all this other shit sound good about he cleansed his soul and it was tears flowing and this, that, and the third. But when we start talking about rap, and this the thing, Nadeska let him off the hook because this nigga talked some crazy shit for 3 years straight. Then on the Might Delete Later, he's talking crazy. Then he made a song called 7 Minute Drill, talking wild. Then he put it out. And the real story was niggas wasn't feeling the shit. It ain't no fucking his stomach started hurting. He felt the way he wanted. No, nigga, you put that shit out and immediately within 4 or 5 minutes, however long it is, by the time it was done, already the internet had already said no, nigga. Because first of all, you lying. You said the nigga catalog is trash. You already fucked up. So soon as you did that, the internet said no. This ain't it, Cole. And Cole knew I'm not coming worse than this because I'm going to have to get real nasty and disrespectful. So if I have to do that to win this battle, then I won't do it at all. He plays this card like I walked away because it hurt my spirit. Nigga, we know you walked away because the hip-hop community did not accept the record. From day fucking one. The hip-hop community did not accept the record. You knew it hurt your stomach to put something out finally that motherfuckers didn't accept because they accepted everything else before you. When it came time, because you felt the pressure, let's just be honest, you felt the pressure of the light that moment. Right? And you try to go on stage and say, my friends gassed me up. You made an excuse for making the fucking record. Nadeska didn't ask him, so what made you change your mind? Nadeska just stared at him with the puppy dog eyes and was like, Cole, I applaud you. I'm glad you're in a better space. That's why these niggas won't go on no real hip-hop platform. Right? And I'm not saying Nadeska. I told you again, I just wrote on her page that I love Nadeska forever. I told you, I was defending her ass when y'all was talking about her gear back on Everyday Struggle. And her forehead and this, that, and the third. I was like, fuck y'all niggas. Leave that black woman alone, right? But I got to call it what it is. I said, Nadeska, these follow-up questions should be better than this. I'm just going to be honest. But that's why he chose her. No one's holding Cole. Even the defenders, they're not holding him accountable. So why did you change your mind? It took you 2 days to apologize. In them 2 days, what happened? You didn't feel this way no more? And he touched on the interview. Oh, well, I knew I was saying these negative things. I was coming out on that. I was coming out on that Dreamville stage with the energy of Might Delete Later. And I didn't want that energy. That song wasn't even on Might Delete Later. I was going to do Might Delete Later. I was going to drop that. And then in 8 weeks, I was going to drop The Fall Off. The Fall Off was already done. I don't know if y'all watched the interview or not, but according to J. Cole, The Fall Off was already done. When he dropped Might Delete Later, He said 8 weeks later, you were supposed to get the fall off. It was a single disc. Okay, this is from the interview that I just watched. It was supposed to be, it was already that it was 8 years of making it. He was sick of it. Like, man, I'm tired of this. Let's put it out. He said he was tired of the music. He was sick of rap. And you were supposed to get the fall off in 8 fucking weeks. Okay? So end of the day, he already had it lined up. But I keep trying to tell y'all, and one day it's gonna stick. One day it's gonna stick. That I keep trying to tell y'all. He threw the 7-minute drill on my delete later. He had just, J. Cole fans will know, they can tell me in the comments. He had just signed some new deal. Some exclusive deal he had just signed. I don't know what the deal was. I don't remember. At the time, he had just signed a new deal, and it was very important that first record off that new deal, I don't know if it was distribution deal or whatever, but that very first record had to do numbers. And J. Cole plays this, all shucks, I just stumble in the shit. J. Cole's calculated. J. Cole said, you know what, to make this record pop even more? A Kendrick diss. So he goes and does 7-minute drills. According to J. Cole, I have this drill that I do. I take 7 minutes and I write the whole song in 7 minutes, and it is what it is when it's done. Well, you should have took 8 minutes, my G, because what you wrote on that shit was all contrived shit. And I'm just going to be honest. I don't know if nobody else saying this shit, but I think some of that shit was handed to him with motherfuckers like, and say this and say that. I think some of that shit is how Dreamville Records feel about K-Dot. He was like, yeah, this shit easy, right? I just write all that shit they be saying anyway. He wrote it in a 7-minute drill. It didn't connect with the people because they like, yeah, a lot of this shit, we ain't jacking none of it. So he had to go back and eat it and apologize, right? But like I said, this was stuck on that album. The album was done. Both albums was allegedly done, according to J. Cole. A 7-minute drill was made and thrown on that album as a caveat that's going to push, and it sure did. It's going to push them numbers through the roof, and whatever new deal he had got cleared. But nobody understands the gang. Sometimes I might say stuff, it'd be ahead of the gang, and you have such you revere J. Cole so much that you refuse to believe that he calculates some of this shit. Even the all shucks, even the all shucks mentality is calculated. This whole video is calculated. He chose Nadeska. He chose the location, right? Like what Hamilton said. I arranged the meeting, the seating, like this motherfucker. He arranged the whole shit. This nigga ain't no all shucks dummy. He not gonna get up there and get fucking somebody to interview him. That's gonna be like, yeah, so nigga, when you said this, he not gonna do that either. He said he was nervous sitting down with Nadeska. Imagine fucking Ebro or some shit, right? So end of the day, we gonna have a discussion, but that whole record was made to jump off the might delete later, and it did. And a lot of you don't understand. He apologized. He said he's gonna take it down, but that shit took like a week to come down. It took a couple of days, gang. It didn't come down the next fucking morning. That shit was still up there 2-3 days later. It was the 7-minute drill was still on might delete later for at least 2 days minimum, right? So it wasn't no immediate thing, this, that, and the third. But what we're not gonna get from the desk or nobody else is start really asking to some of the shit he really said on these records. That 3-year run, he was killing everybody's features, telling niggas, I'm gonna put your favorite rapper neck in the news. Which one, nigga? Talk mad hella shit. To me, you can't be a rapper, talk mad hella shit. Then when another rapper of your same skill level or better, depending on who you ask, just tapped you on the cheek. All he said was, fuck the big three, it's just big me. Then he said, I see 2 niggas on stage holding hands. That ain't enough to go to war, get bloodshed. I see blood. That ain't enough of the bloodshed he keep talking about, but it's enough to make a nigga respond. I don't know if y'all remember, J. Cole was the first rapper of the big three to have a full song dissing another rapper in the so-called big three. He's the first one. Okay? He's the first one. So we saw a man jump out the window first with a full record. Full record. And 2 days later, before niggas could even respond, he's on Dreamville stage. Oh, you guys love Kendrick Lamar? As do I. I did the lamest shit in my life. But we're not going to get them questions because we're going to get all the questions about him being on the beach, healing himself, and not tripping off what niggas was saying. He was so far removed from this, he didn't even know niggas was cooking him like that. He said people started checking on him like, he said, oh, it must have been bad. It must have been bad because everybody keep hitting me up saying, are you okay? Are you all right, blood? Like, you good? He's like, why everybody keep asking me? This nigga was so checked out that he didn't even know how bad it was getting out here. He said he would see the occasional YouTube video because he goes on YouTube and he wants to see he wants to watch random documentaries. But the algorithm kept fucking up his shit because when he go on to watch his random documentaries about Earth and the moon, stars, and quasars, whatever he watching, right? It would pop up with J. Cole apologize. It pop up in his own shit. So he couldn't even go on YouTube. Nigga, just don't click it. What the fuck you mean you couldn't go on YouTube? Couldn't even open up my YouTube. Why, nigga? You said it wasn't bothering you. You was in a good place. What the fuck you care what niggas like me talk about? Why? Now you say, he said, I only really cared that K Dot heard it. Didn't give a fuck about nothing else. Everybody was like, man, you shouldn't have did it, but he was okay doing it. Don't even get, she did now. I know y'all keep saying she didn't bring up Port Antonio, but she said Port Antonio. She didn't really ask him about it. She just made a reference to it. So I'm not gonna say she didn't say it, but she didn't ask him really about it. So he said he was happy with Kendrick hearing him apologized on the stage, but then he comes out a few months later with Port Antonio, which is a love letter to Drake. So you're playing both sides, and I think he went on a podcast saying that he one time put them both on the same fucking group chat. They both was fucking mad. So this nigga just ain't even got the common sense to know that don't put these niggas on a group chat. They don't like each other. You started this big three shit. It didn't end well, and you still trying to run with it. Everybody ain't happy-go-lucky. That's why I say he ain't meant to be a rapper. He's not meant to be a rapper. It's a horrible interview. It looks bad for his legacy. Who's going to put this nigga in their top 10 besides a straight-up J. Cole fan and or Stan? In what world could you have a debate? I would love to see a nigga have a debate for J. Cole to be in anybody's top 10 rappers. I would love to see that because all other rappers in there going to go when their name is called. Rap is competitive. It was started back in the Bronx. Niggas was competing against each other from day fucking one. The gangs were killing each other, fighting, killing, hurting, maiming, beating each other's ass. So they had to figure out a way to stop the gangs from hurting each other. So they started to compete with hip-hop, breakdancing, graffiti. The DJs were doing the parties and they were competing. So they started to get MCs to stand up there and say who the DJ was DJing. So they became the rappers. The rapper wasn't the star of the show until they started saying their own name and started making up these rhymes. So then the rappers became stars of the show. Then the rappers started competing against each other. So hip-hop been competitive against day one. Niggas wasn't searching their feelings. Either you could rap or you couldn't. As a matter of fact, 2024, the first time in history where we ever saw rappers be regretful for rapping back. We've never seen that before. Right? Some nigga gonna say, well, Jay-Z apologized when he did Super Ugly. No, Jay-Z apologized because his mom said, you went too far talking about putting them condoms on the baby seat, Jay. You know you better than that. That's a baby. Come on. And so he went back up to the radio and said, you know what? My mom said I went too far. He didn't apologize for dissing Nas. So I need you niggas to stop saying that. All right. So end of the day, we got a guy that came out with a full diss record against one of the greatest rappers in the world. He's allegedly one of the top 3 biggest rappers on earth. You jumped out there with the first record of all 3 guys. And in 2 days, your stomach was hurting so bad that you went on your Dreamville stage. You couldn't even do the record. You couldn't even do the record. So you went out on that stage and you said, you know what, guys? I did the lamest shit in my life. Do you guys love Kendrick Lamar? As do I. Put your hand in the air for K Dot. They confuse the motherfucker. They put their hand in the air, but they confuse the shit like, what? Ain't we supposed to be saying fuck Kendrick? I got a whole sign. I made a whole fucking sign say fuck Kendrick. And now you sitting there telling me put my hands in the air for K Dot. Yeah, they was confusing that bitch. Dreamville was all fucked up. But end of the day, he did it. And he wanted everybody to roll with it. And a lot of you guys, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You motherfuckers is quick. You shifted, you jump into new lanes really quickly. And a lot of you guys within, I want to say 10, 15 minutes of the news getting out that J. Cole apologized. A lot of you guys got the narrative real quick. J. Cole was a smart one. J. Cole was smart, dead ass. He figured out this was going to get super negative. Yeah, man, he on the beach somewhere, man. He got a Mai Tai, man. He the real one, man. J. Cole he did the right thing, man. I applaud him. You guys are Neanderthals. If you don't understand, you just want all the narrative started rolling, gang. It just got crazy. You want two black men to fight. You don't want nobody to die out here. Remember Biggie and Tupac? You want that? Remember that? Have we not learned anything from those lessons from Biggie and Tupac? Have you learned nothing? MCs are dying out here. People are dying. You still want black men to fight? Black men are fighting all over the world. We are in a police state. Look at all this. It got real serious, and you motherfuckers got so fucking like therapeutic. You guys start burning lilac and all kind of shit, incense and shit, rubbing lavender on yourself. You motherfuckers got real fucking calm and nice, and all about self-care and self-help. You motherfuckers was really fucking, you start opening up all kind of therapeutic books and shit. Start reading, you start posting memes about caring for others and shit. It got real crazy. You forgot this shit was hip hop. You forgot. You know them little sacks, the scents that you could have a scent and you could put it under your bed or in your closet. You motherfuckers start throwing a bunch of them around your room. Now your room smell like dandelions and shit. Oh yeah, you niggas was real fun. You was real cute. Walking around barefoot in your grass out back. It became really sweet. And everybody was gentle souls. Thank you, J. Cole. And all of a sudden, right, all of the rules of rap had to change now. We had to change all the rules. When niggas get dissed, now they can just fold up. Just fall back. He can choose. Shouldn't he be able to choose? Shouldn't he be able to choose to fight or not fight? This isn't the army. It's not a dictatorship. Shouldn't have to fight. Doesn't want to. Oh, yeah, did he say if he ever got fucking challenged, he was going to rip niggas' heads off their body? You forgot that part when you was putting on your fucking, your linen smock. You forgot that part that the nigga said, nigga, I'll put your neck in a noose. If you ever try to out-rap me, nigga, I'm J. Cole, nigga, I do this for a living. On the day I was born, niggas. All of a sudden, we had to change the rules of rap for this nigga. And they was getting real indignant in them comments. Boy, they was calling you all kind of shit if you didn't just go along with it. Remember that? They still trying to tell us to this day we're wrong. Yeah, go look in that video in the comments. They love this guy. Oh my God. This is the epitome. This is what rap should be. This is how all rappers should think. There should be peace and love. No one should be dissing. You forgot this nigga was dissing. Am I bugging out? Should I pull up the lyrics of Mike Delete later, which, mind you, was only 2 days before? It was 2 days ago. This nigga got enlightened in 2 days. This nigga Wayno just said, y'all niggas hate growth. He grew in 2 fucking days, Wayno? What we doing? And I love Wayno. Fuck out of here. He grew in 2 days, Wayno? You do know it was only 2 days later that this motherfucker had this Grinch size. His heart grew 3 sizes that day. The Grinch and shit, right? He was the Grinch on Tuesday. By fucking Saturday, this nigga was fucking giving all the fucking gifts back to the whole Whoville. Wasn't the Grinch no more. We had to rewrite the rules of rap all of a sudden. Now, rappers could talk hella shit and then choose. They can talk hella shit, make a diss record, and before the nigga respond, they can grow up. Mind you, it's a 41-year-old man excited to be back in his childhood home because he get to sleep in his parents' room. Gang, check out if you're a J. Cole fan. check out. Because a lot of you niggas with lilac lotion and shit, you're not going to be able to handle this conversation. Check out. But this interview, to me, was a terrible idea for hip hop. Oh yeah, for you motherfucking nice motherfuckers. Oh, this interview is crazy. Right? I don't know if you know rapping ain't nice. Everybody that J. Cole reveres is not nice when it comes to their name being disrespected. And even if they felt the way, they're not going to come out and tell you, I felt so bad. I was messed up for 2 days. My wife had to walk around me in the kitchen. Wasn't no kissing. I don't know what's going on with rap right now, gang. But if you're a rapper that rightfully defended yourself and your stomach was hurting for 2 days to the point you went on your own festival stage and apologized to the nigga that dissed you. Because you guys were saying it was a diss, right? I said it wasn't that serious. But a lot of you said it was, and he apparently his boys thought it was a diss and they was on go. So to the rapper that dissed you or called you out your name, you felt bad for defending yourself. You felt so bad that you went in there against all of the wishes of your whole team. It must have been tough to be a Dreamville artist at that time. Just gonna be honest. This nigga JID kept, mind you, JID put out one of the best albums. I put him on my top 25 albums of the year list. He put out one of the best albums of the year last year. Wasn't no sucker shit, right? One of the best albums. The nigga just held his head up and said, fuck it. He's like, I got it. Cole, you know what? Say less, my nigga. We're gonna weather this shit together. Let's just hold hands, say a prayer. JID said a prayer with this nigga and was like, you know what? I gotta do this myself. JID, I guarantee you, JID ain't having none of it. None of it. Now tell him he on stage holding hands with a nigga. Different animal. But see, we thought Cole was that animal. That's why we so disappointed. And I'm disappointed at you motherfuckers acting like you don't understand that. A lot of these YouTubers are still trying to spin the narrative. I don't know if they got a J. Cole hoodie or not, but a lot of them trying to spin the narrative that, you know what, you guys are still holding on to this shit. Well, we holding on to fucking rap. It's codes in this shit. I don't like that the YouTubers are trying to change the codes of rap so that this nigga could be welcomed back in with open arms off of some pussy ass shit. I'm just gonna be fucking honest. I can't do it, gang. I absolutely refuse. It's soft shit. It's soft shit, gang. It's actually soft shit. And when you watch the video, a lot of clarity came from this interview. Because then it made sense like, oh, this is why he do things he does. Because he's not secure in what he should do. So he blows in the wind. He does something today. Oh, that's why he made 7-minute drill. Because he thought that that's what he was supposed to do. He's not really living in his truth. You are a lilac wearing monk that rides a bicycle that only wants peace. But you think that rappers are supposed to talk tough, so you talk tough. Then when it's time to actually be a tough-ass rapper, you wrote a tough-ass rap, acting tough, but then your tummy kicked in and it started to tell you this wasn't the right thing, Cole. You did the wrong thing. He's your friend. You love Kendrick Lamar. You love his catalog. You were just listening to Damn yesterday. And it didn't set right. It didn't feel good. And he got a whiff of that lavender and it all came back to who he really was. So he went on that stage and apologized. And all of us were disappointed, but we got it. Even though we talked our shit, we got it. But we had to hear the insufferable J. Cole fans telling us he did the right thing and telling us it was going to get too negative. Well, putting another rapper neck in a noose, ain't that negative? J. Cole became the most positive, negative motherfucker I've ever seen. Because then he dropped the Port Antonio, the love letter to Drake. Drake, please call me. I see that you read the text. Really not much to say to Kendrick, though. Because I think he know that number was blocked. You wasn't on red because he wasn't reading them. His tummy was hurt. And his beautiful wife, man, in the middle of this, yeah, she crying because she's like, this isn't you, Jermaine. This isn't you. So damn right she was crying. Because she knew you was faking in front of a fraud. You was on some bullshit. Cold heads, check out the chat. Get out the chat, gang. Get out the chat. I'm probably one of the few niggas gonna say it like it is. A lot of these niggas is fucking glazing and they want that interview. Newsflash, I don't want the fucking interview. I don't want to interview no fucking body. Because when the day come that I gotta cook you, I want to be able to cook you without thinking about the interview you gave me. Because I do this for him. I didn't start this channel to be fucking liked. And I didn't start this channel for motherfuckers to say, oh shit, let's get him to do it. He can interview. I done pissed off every rap fan base in this fucking industry. They talk real crazy to me. I read your shit and laugh, my G. At this fucking point, it's engagement. Who gives a fuck what you think? I do this shit because I'm a hip-hop lover. I've been loving hip-hop since the fucking early 80s, my G. So ain't nothing you really can tell or bribe me with. Because then when I trade on hip-hop, what the fuck do I have? My word is what it is. So when I watch a nigga do the most wishy-washy shit in hip-hop, we ain't never seen no nigga do no shit like this. Right? How Russell say, even you, right? Even Drake fucking knew the fucking code low key, right? He fucked up and made a fucking lawsuit, right? But before that, the nigga tried to fight. It's like two niggas on the basketball court. Niggas shove me, shove him back. Oh shit, he shove him back. He shoved back. We can call the bubble bath rapper anything we want, such as bubble bath rapper. But that nigga fought. Got his ass beat, cried about it. When he's got his fucking lawyers. But he fucking fought. This motherfucker made a whole diss record, gang, and try to wipe this shit out with a night at the fucking Ville, an apology. Who loves Kendrick Lamar? The motherfucker's confused. Like, well, we like the nigga, but where you going with this shit? The fuck? I thought we ain't like this nigga no more. What you doing? You just, nigga, we memorized the whole 7-minute drill. We was gonna rap this shit with you. Fuck, where's you going with this shit? He's like, look, I did the most lamest shit of my career. You know it and I know it. Y'all gonna ride with me because you love a nigga. But at the end of the day, I did the most lamest shit, and I'm apologize to my nigga K-Dot. Put a fist in the air. Right? And what was the song? He played some shit after this. Somebody in the chat, after he apologized, this nigga played some song that was soft as shit. And they like, nigga, this where you at, nigga? Are you good, nigga? What fucking song? He plays some song like, oh yeah, this nigga cooked right now, gang. He not in his right mind. This nigga said he felt the weight lift off his back when he apologized. Nigga said he felt the weight lift off his back. Even you. Gang, on a side note, man, I've been saying even you for like 2 days. That shit is frying me, gang. What'd he say? What did boy Russell say? He said, Adolf too. Even you. This nigga LaRussell deleted his, he deleted his whole account. Another nigga that might not shouldn't be rapping, gang. Oh man. We about to get to this interview, dog. Like I said, man. Salute to Nadeska. I love Nadeska, but she wasn't the right one for this. I'm just gonna be honest, because we are interviewing Cole right now off of some love of just humans, right? It's some kindness in the air. He's not getting hip-hop interviews. I told you, Nadeska hit him with the puppy dog eyes, and she was everything he said. Well, she's like, well, at least you felt better when you did that. What the fuck? Like, we could have got just rest in peace to K Slade. It should have been his ass interviewing this nigga. Like, should have been that nigga. Let Mav Hoffa interview this nigga. Well, Mav Hoffa might, I don't know, he might cave too. But end of the day, man, he's not getting asked the right questions, dog. I'm just gonna be honest. We're seeing a guy get, these ain't even lob balls. These ain't even lob ball questions, gang. These fucking mothballs. They just gonna blow up in poof. They just gonna puff in the smoke because they're not doing shit to this guy. He's in his fucking basement, in the old chair he used to sit in, comfortable as shit. Still talking about he's uncomfortable. I'm gonna play this interview. I'm gonna try to go as far as I can, but it's not a hip hop guy, gang. This not a hip hop guy. This nigga should be working at the government or something. Maybe a substitute teacher that really likes rap and put some of his lessons in the rap plans. And he's a really great rap. He good at pretending to be a rapper. I'm just gonna be honest. At this point, he good at pretending to be a rapper because he does everything that a rapper should do except defend himself. I don't think you could be a rapper if you can't defend your raps. I don't know if this nigga ever had a battle where he defended himself against any fucking body. And if you're this confused and you're walking away from shit where your whole house is in shambles because you wrote a rap against a nigga, not good. And I'm going to play the interview, and I'm going to be periodically stopping it, but I want you to hear this because there's certain shit in here that I'm like, are you dead ass? Are you dead ass? I've never seen a rapper say these things. And we should applaud him. He's very articulate, right? A lot of these rappers can't even talk no more, right? They need speech coaches and this and that. God forbid. Good luck getting through a Kodak Black interview. Good luck, right? So this ain't that. But end of the day, there's so many things to touch on, and you're gonna say, Charles, it's only an hour interview. It's only but so much you could touch. J. Cole does need more time, but we need better questions. We need a hip hop interview, not a fan talking to another fan. Which is good for the fans to watch. But if you want to talk to hip hop, you need somebody that's going to talk to you about hip hop. Let me play this. Let me know if y'all can hear this or what have you. If y'all can't hear this, I'll adjust it.
This album actually came out. What are we now? Like a month and some change removed. Some people told me like, yo, they're driving like from New York to Miami. And they'll see the Fayetteville exit, and they like, just get off. You know what I mean? They come like, take a picture, they'll sign. You know what I mean? Some of these are faded because they've been here for mad long.
So this is actually the beat machine that you got on layaway?
So the one. I don't know if it's the exact.
So can y'all hear the audio? Because I'm doing only audio. I'm not doing the video. But I think y'all should be able to hear the audio. Let me know.
One, because somewhere along the line we had to buy another one. But it's not because we lost the original. It's just because like something else we were doing, we needed it. So somewhere along the way, they might have got shuffled. So I don't know if this one we bought it was the original, but that is the same style.
Let me lift it up.
At least it might be the exact same one that I had. Yeah, that my mom got.
Like we waited 10 years for this album, and to be able to celebrate it here with you at 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I feel like I'm in a J. Cole museum.
Is that better?
And you said that you were gonna step out of your comfort zone, which is home, to have some conversations, but you found the loophole and still invited us into your home.
That's a good point. And I am out my comfort zone, I ain't gonna lie, because I could feel it right now. I'm like, oh man, I'm nervous. You know what I mean? Like, strangely enough, but I'm nervous because I'm, like, when the last time I did an interview, you know what I mean? Like,
it's been that long, because after all the things you've been through, I'm surprised to hear that sitting down in this space in your childhood home can even make you nervous.
Yeah, I guess. I think it just literally has to do with the fact that, like, yo, this is not my norm. Of course, this house, if I was just here in this house, I actually came, the last time I was here was, we did something like this. There's a trailer we shot that was set up similar to this. But, months after that, we were making like a big decision on the album. And I had like a big decision to make. And I was like, a lot of times I get in a space where it's like, yo, I need like clarity. I'm like overwhelmed, and like I got like, the weight of the album is on me and all of these decisions that got to be made. And at that time, I think it was like track list in order. Because as we've been making this album throughout the years, we've had a running, living, breathing like track list that like some things stay, some things fall by the wayside. New songs come in, old songs go out. Sometimes old songs come back. But this was at a point where it was like, oh, yo, we're really here. We're mixing. You know what I mean? But there was something about the beginning of the album that like wasn't sitting right with me. And sometimes I just got to go get like some solitude to like get clarity. And so I was like, yo, should I go to New York? Should I post in New York? I do that a lot. I'm like, nah, like I need to go back to Fayetteville and I need to come. And as long as I've had this house and as many times I've been in here and been back, I haven't stayed the night here. And mad long. So at one point last year, I had to just come, and it was like my first time staying the night in here. Like I literally had to like buy a bed. You know what I mean? The bed that they bought, not me. I didn't buy a bed. I had someone, yo, can y'all get a bed and throw it in Forest Hill Drive? And the bed that they bought is a king. It was like a king size. That shit don't fit in my room. You saw my room.
Yeah, that looks like a twin size space.
That's a twin. That's a healthy twin. You might could fit a medium in there, but it's like they got a king size. So it wouldn't fit in my room, you know what I mean? So like they put it in my mom's room, my mom and my stepdad's room. And so like for the first time in a long time, I'm staying the night here. And for the first time in my life, I'm sleeping in my parents' room in a sense. And it was mad weird. But that trip did actually like give me clarity that I was looking for. And like I had an aha moment, and it was a big like breakthrough. I called Eve. I think, did I call Eve or did he come down too at some point? But
now I'm just gonna be honest, man. J. Cole is 41 years old and he's excited about sleeping in his parents' room. I told you, J. Cole fans, check out. I'm not gonna be really, really kind and gentle. Just gonna be honest. I feel like this is like a grown-ass teenager telling us about his rap stories. This is not a good idea. This is not a good look to me. I feel like we're just watching a man fawn over the littlest of stuff of going back to his home and sleeping in his parents. They bought the wrong size bed. Like, what are you guys doing? He said, get a bed, and they go get a king size bed that can't even fit, probably can't even get in a house, let alone in the room. But they got something in his parents' room, and he slept in his parents' room. I told you, it's unnecessary drivel. It's weird shit, but I know his fans want to hear this kind of shit. So let me continue.
The way we figured something out, that was like, that's it. We'll start it like this, then we'll go here. So I've been back here, and I'm more comfortable in this house, but it's the interview setting where the beginning of this, I'm like, oh shit, I kind of feel it.
I feel you. There's nothing normal about two people sitting here and having a conversation. We haven't done an interview in at least 15 years, and there's a whole crew behind us. No, it's not normal.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah,
but it's cool. This is all family here.
For sure.
And and I think a lot of people here who are really excited to make this moment happen. It's been it's a celebration of your career and this album. And there's so many reasons why it's perfect to do it here. Like this was, as we can see behind us, the birth of J. Cole, the artist. And also really Forest Hills Drive, when you released that album, the success you felt, the success you experienced, the relief you felt, and the comfort you felt after is really what birthed the idea for the fall off. So if that's what you were feeling at that time, comfortable to the point that you were thinking about the fall off, I'm wondering how you feel now that this album is actually out in the world.
That's a good question. It's funny because it's like, yo, what are we now? Like a month and some change removed. So it's like, if we had this conversation fresh when it dropped, you know, I might have been more clearer in my feelings because I was in it. You know what I mean? I had just got done mixing it. You know what I mean? We pressed it out. We sent it up to vinyl with prayers that it wouldn't leak. You know what I mean? And then we pressed the CDs. Then we putting the birthday blizzard out, and like I'm in it. You know what I mean? And like I'm fully in the releasing of this. And then even when we put it out, we went on the road, and I'm in it. Now a month later, and it's like, yo, I'm like back in my regular scheduled program, you know what I mean? And like, I feel every day I get further away from like being in it. I listen to it, you know what I mean? But it's tough for me to answer the question. How am I feeling right now that it's out?
And I mean, it doesn't have to be today or yesterday, but the general feeling, because I think after each project you've released, there's been feelings.
Right.
After Side.
So J. Cole is already checking out his album. It's only been out a month and a half, according to him, and he's already phasing out of the album. Now, this is supposed to be the retirement album. This is supposed to be the coup de grace, right? It's supposed to be, yo, after you hear this, it's over. And I told you, he said that album was already done. He was supposed to put that out right after the Might Delete Later. But J. Cole is, I'm telling you, I don't know this guy, like, I don't know if this guy meant to be a rapper, gang. I'm just going to be honest. He tells you through the whole video, he was checked out of rap. He had writer's block. He did this, that, and the third. And the only thing that really got him back into rap was when niggas started hating because he apologized to K-Dot. Now let's imagine. I told you he did the what was it, 7-minute drill to help push that album. That's literally what that was for. Not only was it to get back at K-Dot, it was to help push that album. So let me continue.
Story, it wasn't necessarily a positive time in your life. You didn't enjoy it. After Born Sinner, you still felt like, cool, I survived, but you weren't necessarily happy. You felt the darkness. And after Forest Hills Drive, that was one of the highest points in your career, right? Mm-hmm. You made a project you were really happy with.
Yes.
And then culturally, it also hit. So that was a high point. So I guess I mean on a macro scale.
One was like relief. You know what I mean? Like relief, like, like, yo, we did it. Like, putting it out. I saw some footage the other day. Like we have like a bunch of footage from studio sessions, and like I was combing through it, and I'm looking at all the, I'm in the studio, got T-minus right there, Diesel, and it's like the stuff we're working on. It's the most minute decisions. You know what I mean? It's the most like granular level decision making that in the moment, of course, it's all important, and I'm fully immersed in it. You know what I mean? And I'm fully like, yo, this is the most important decision, the one we're making right now. And as I'm looking back on the camera, I'm like, or at the footage, I'm like, yo, I can't believe this album actually came out. Because there was so much decision-making happening that I feel like at times, looking back, there were times where T-minus, I ain't really asked him this, but I'm assuming there were times where him and other people that were involved were maybe in their minds like, this shit ain't coming out. Because there was so much, like shit, that songs that never made the album, music on certain songs that never made the album. So like, I feel like for the past however many years, I was carrying the mission, the weight of the mission. So the overall feeling is when it came out, it was like, yo, relief. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, like I don't have to necessarily carry that no more. And there was a pride too, you know what I mean? There was like yo, you did it. You know what I mean? There was like a genuine gratitude. You know what I mean? That like, that.
Guys, I might have to skip forward because like it's really what we talk about. Like it's whatever. I'm sure his fans want to hear this, but it's certain talking points, man. This is just what the hell. Hold on.
So, but the mission was to become again a rapper that like I want to hear.
All right, here we go. Let me get the music. This is a talking point right here.
Of like, damn,
it's crazy.
I made it back to a point after all of these years where I was my favorite rapper, because there was a stretch where, I can't necessarily say that. And not that I was trying to be even my favorite rapper. I was making whatever was coming out because I just felt like that's what I had to do. But the whole mission of the Fall Off, in a nutshell, I didn't say it like this 10 years ago, but the mission was to become again a rapper that like I want to hear. You know what I mean? To make the music that I want to hear, to write the verses that I want to hear.
So J. Cole was literally bored with himself. He was bored with what he was making. He's bored of rap. He's bored of hip hop. For someone to even plan 8 years ago that I'm gonna make an album called The Fall Off and I'm gonna retire. This was 8 years ago. He started making the album to retire 8 years ago. So it's 10 years later. We finally got the album. He said he only put the second part on there because all of the people started hating him about the apology. So that got him worked up. So you got the second disc because and it was more than that, but he said you got the second disc because people started hating on him about the apology. And that's what got his motors running. And now he said he's more energized than ever. He's going to do more new music than he was going to do before this Fall Off drop. So now you definitely, I told you, you're definitely getting another album. Right, you're definitely getting another album. You already got a new song that Mike Will made it, OFG, or I think it's called OFG, where he throws the sub. And I know we got odds where people are trying to debate whether this a sub. Right. End of the day, I said on my other video, I said if Tupac had won some Grammys in January and then by March Biggie came out with a line talking about fuck them sympathy Grammys, would Tupac think that was a diss? And I posed that question, and not one person said he wouldn't have thought that was a diss. The Cole fans want us to get all cerebral and try to tell us that that's not a diss. He hates the Grammys anyway. He's always been against the Grammys. But at the end of the day, the optics. If you're in his team, just like LaRussell's engineer told him, you shouldn't put this out. You shouldn't. It's a lot going on, Russell. You shouldn't put this out. And Russell didn't listen. Well, Mike Will made it, and J. Cole had to know that any mention of the Grammys was going to look like a diss. I'm just going to be honest. There's no way to mention the Grammys right now and not be taken as a diss to Kendrick. There's absolutely no way. But the Cole fans want to get my comments and tell me, bro, you're reading too much in this. You're making this way too serious. He's always had a thing with the Grammys, so he's definitely not dissing Case. He's not dissing Case K. Dot. He's just expressing his hatred for the Grammys. So that's where we are with this. Let me continue.
Make the album that I want to hear. So there was a gratitude of like, damn, like even on the way here, I had an hour drive here. It's like I'm playing the album and I'm rapping along with this shit. Like it's not me. If you see me rap an Outkast album or a Jay-Z album, like I'm sitting there rapping my own album like that, and that hasn't happened for a long time.
Let me skip forward.
The Forest Hill Drive tour, I just got married. That's all. So I'm thinking the Fall Off is like, man, this is maybe a couple year thing. So I already was thinking long term. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make this album called Fall Off, so I'm gonna be done in a year. I was like, give yourself time to get there, because you're gonna have to put yourself through drills. You have to re-motivate yourself, re-inspire yourself. So I'm like,
let me skip.
Crib, like I'm a sentimental like person with my spaces that I've like in my life, whether it's Fayetteville, whether it's this house, whether it's Muhammad's crib, whether it's the Honda. It's like, yo, I'm like, these are like spaces that I love because I love my life. You know what I mean? I love my childhood. I love my teens, my college years.
Nothing wrong with that.
I go to New York to finish this album. And while I'm working on that album, there's some songs where I'm like, oh, this could be a Fall Off song. You know what I mean? It's False Prophets. There's some stuff they didn't even release where I'm like, oh, these are Fall Off songs. I'm going to tuck them while I'm finishing this album. So that was the first thing that went left field. Then after, not in left field, but like kind of took me off track, so to speak. Then after For Your Eyes Only drops, then I become a father. Now that's like it was a beautiful thing, but it's like,
skip forward.
Which is becoming less and less time now that I'm a father. And like in one of those moments where I crept away, and like a 3-day stretch, I did like, I don't know, like 6 to 7 joints, which at that time was crazy because like I wasn't actively working or recording. 2018, I'm still thinking in my mind like, all right, I probably had a Fall Off out by like 2019, you know what I mean? Or 2020. At all points, I always thought it was right around the corner. But, you know,
I honestly thought that I had missed more points. I think I hit all the points earlier. This shit, like, what he's saying on here pretty much is going nowhere. He's talking in circles about the album, this, that, and the third, and the process. But at the end of the day, what I walked away with it from was that this nigga's not meant to be a rapper because he apologized for absolutely no reason. He's not giving us the reasons, and Nadeska's not asking him why he did it, right? So a lot of you guys are up in arms trying to strengthen that apology and make that something that we need to be like applauding. But this is hip hop. End of the day, and where we are with this is I'm starting to notice that a lot of you guys aren't really hip hop. You're fans of certain artists. You're fans of J. Cole, and you're twisting what hip hop is supposed to be to make it fit the narrative that this guy did a good thing, right? And the fact of the matter is, no, this is awful. The whole interview is off with boring. He's indecisive. He keeps telling, if you listen, if you could take the time without going to fucking sleep on this shit, if you take the time and listen to it, he continuously is always second guessing every decision he makes. So this is probably why we got the 7-minute drill, and then 2 days later we got a whole apology and him telling his fans to put their fists in the air for Kendrick. This is probably why Kendrick hasn't responded, because he know this nigga. He's like, Cole probably apologized in 2 days, and he was right. I'm sitting here like, what kind of rapper makes a video like this where the whole process is wishy-washy and you're trying to figure things out? And homeboy in the comments, man, nigga, you sitting in this comment, you sitting in here, you can't even let your phone cool down. This nigga been writing the whole fucking time. Like, it's like, bro, like, dead ass, I was gonna let this nigga rock. This nigga annoying as fuck. I'm gonna put you on timeout, dog. You irritating, day. Like, at the end of the day, we could deal with this shit, but you're not even making fucking plausible comments. You just nonstop writing nonsense, gang. End of the day, man, I'm gonna spare y'all from that shit. I see y'all getting tight with this nigga, and I don't have no moderator, so I don't really give a fuck. But I see y'all getting tight with it, so I'm gonna put homeboy on timeout, because he's not adding to the conversation. He just nonstop. Yo, niggas in his feelings, dog. End of the day, around here, we talk about hip hop. We talk about hip hop, and this nigga is not hip hop. So you coming in here with this nonsense, you constantly typing and this, that, and the third. We're gonna just sit you down for a little bit, right? I don't care, but I see that the chat is getting crazy with this nigga, so it's whatever. This nigga been crying. I don't know how long the timeout is, gang. I'll probably still be here when you get back. But end of the day, I didn't block you, so you can come back at some point. But right now, you on timeout, dog. So we're gonna finish this conversation. See, this is what I'm talking about. These niggas' feelings is hurt. So this motherfucker he can't even finish one type. He can't even finish one sentence before he's putting another one. He didn't even think about what he's typing. He want to be in the chat so bad that his feelings are got him out of character. I'm sure he don't act like that in polite society. This motherfucker he never got one thought out before he's typing the next one. At some point, you got to actually listen. At some point, you got to listen to the people in the chat with you. At some point, you got to make some points, right? But this is what they do. They're so eager to not hear what you're saying. He's not defending anything. All I saw was his fucking shit. You're just hating. You're just hating. You're just hating. Like, at some point, dog, some of this shit just, they questions, and you got to have a logical answer. If you don't got a logical answer and you're hating, at some point you kind of slow. And at some point you just like this nigga. Wishy-washy and fucking mad emotional. This whole thing, if you really pay attention, I got you. I'm gonna make y'all the mods too. So listen, at some point, you got to understand that when this guy is always mad emotional and always flipping and flopping, he's not going to be on point when he makes these decisions. So he made a decision to diss Kendrick, flip-flopped out of it a day later, then went to the Dream Fest, and then folded. Now he's J Fold, and everybody's calling him this, that, and the third. So now his fans are in full force, just like these other YouTubers. They're going crazy to try to make us feel like we're wrong. Hip-hop has rules and codes. Even the bubble bath rapper tried to follow the code for a little bit until he called his lawyers. But before that, we had codes and we still got them. A lot of these YouTubers want to make us forget the codes. A lot of these fans want to make us forget the codes. Somebody in the comments acting crazy like that doesn't understand the codes or wants to rip him to shreds for his guy. His guy's sitting up here telling you that he was the best rapper in the world until the best rapper in the world that's willing to show it stepped up and said, show and prove it. Sooner or later, you got to prove it. He folded up, and then he wants us to come back and listen to this album, the fucking fall off, as if nothing ever happened, and he wants us to judge him on his hard-ass bars once again. He came out with that Birthday Blizzard 26, right? He came out with that the fucking 4 songs. He's rapping over Biggie's beats and shit, and he's talking the tough shit again. And we're like, how can you talk tough shit when you just backed out of a battle? You can't be tough. You were supposed to put rappers' neck in the noose. I don't see nobody hanging. You can't come back in the rap acting tough like you're this big time rapper. We do not believe you. But his fans want to ignore all that and say he did what was right for the culture. You didn't. You're showing motherfuckers that you don't got to stand on business. We're not having that shit. As a culture, we're not having that shit. We're not going to have you sitting here talking about putting rappers' necks in the news. And then when it was time to put K-Dot neck in the news, well, K-Dot walking around, he just did a world tour and all kind of shit. And now they want us to applaud because J. Cole doing a tour. He's going to be all over the place. We never said he don't have fans. We never said that. We never said he can't do a tour. We never said that. We said when it was time to show improvement, you were supposed to put your money up, put up or shut up. You shut up. You ran off and did some shit on the beach. You said you completely checked out because your stomach was feeling good. Everybody in the house was doing better now. Right? Remember that? So at the end of the day, you walked away at a crucial time when it was time to prove what you can do on these microphones. We're from that school. We're not from this new school with all this motherfucking walking on coals and smoking ayahuasca, which is whatever. That's in the real world. In rapping, when you claim to be a super dope rapper with these super dope rhymes and you make your own beats on your own machine, this, that, and the third, and until you get faced, you're the best. Because for a minute, we were claiming this guy was the best. Right? They were talking about K-Dot ain't outside and Drake really doing pop music. He's not really trying to be the best. Cole ate Drake on the song that they was on together. And I truly believe that Drake let him. I'm not saying Drake is good, bad, or indifferent, but if you listen to the song that they got together, not the 7-minute drill, they got another song together. I don't remember what that song was, but it's like, bro, at the end of the day, this dude, Drake, kind of coasted. I think he didn't even want to try to compete because he knew he wasn't going to. He kind of coasted on that record with Cole, and Cole was like that. I think it's off that is it for all the dogs? They got a song at the end of that somewhere. I think it's that record. I think Cole is on there, and he kind of coasted. So I'm like, you're really not getting even challenged. And the minute you get challenged, this is what happens. Soon as somebody come along and say it's time for you to prove it, you go to Dreamville Fest 2 days later and apologize. No. Then you come back, right? You don't give Cameron his verse, but then you give Grippy. We have a lot of issues. Nadeska, you got to ask him about Grippy. You got to ask him about Port Antonio. You got to ask him about Cameron. Let him say, I can't talk about that. At least ask him. There's a lot of questions that were not answered. There was a lot of questions that weren't even asked. There were no follow-up questions. Right? Just the puppy dog eyes, whatever you say, Cole. Thank God you're doing better. Doing better from what? We act like this nigga was in prison or something. This nigga did a rap battle that nobody even responded to him, and we're checking on him. We're making sure he's okay. Nigga, he threw the first stone. Like that is a tap on the cheek. They all been subbing for years. Like that is just another sub. J. Cole threw the first fucking stone. He threw the first stones. So end of the day, what are we checking to make sure he's good for? That's how soft they think this nigga is. That they got to check on. Did anybody check on Dot? Somebody said something in my comments the other day. I think it was on Twitter. And when we were talking about this Michael Eric Dyson shit, when they were trying to de-block Drake and all, we were trying to de-block Drake, this, that, and the third. Somebody put in my comments, they said, the reason that Michael Eric Dyson is talking about this D-Black shit is because Kendrick is by default, by him being dark, he's the villain. So they feel like they got to protect Drake and they got to protect J. Cole. So when we talk about this colorism shit, So end of the day, why nobody thought Dot got attacked, gang? Nobody checked on this nigga. You good, fam? You sure? Want me to come over with some pillows? Niggas wasn't talking that shit. Right? Why was everybody checking on Cole, trying to bring him fucking herbal tea and shit? Why? I don't understand. Why was everybody looking out for him, making sure he was on the beach okay? Because for one, they see it in him, in his eyes. He's not a rapper. He's a guy that can write some really cool raps. A rapper is a different animal, gang. It's some guys that can mimic rapping and do really good rhymes and bars. This, and the third. They can act tough, talk big bone. Like, what's this guy? Well, Tekka. Ain't his name a young nigga named Tekka? He admittedly tells you, I don't do none of this shit in my raps. Get in comments. Let me know if I'm bugging out. Is his name Tekka? And I think Tech is one of the biggest young rappers out here, right? Am I bugging out? Let me know, man. What was the white boy that came out a couple years ago and y'all fucking crucified him when you learned he wasn't a drill rapper? He used to be on Vlad TV all the time. What was that white boy name? We gonna get this day. But he came out and said, I really don't do none of this shit. It just sounds good when I'm rapping. Right? A lot of these rappers don't do all this shit. They just sound good. It just sounds good. Right? So Tekka and that white boy, I forgot his name. Lil, it wasn't Lil Nut. It was something. I don't remember his name. Y'all remember his name? Little skinny white kid, right? He used to be on Vlad TV and he talk all this gangster shit. And then it came out one day, he did an interview and he said, yeah, I don't do any of the drill things that I say on my records. There it is, Sticky. Slim Jesus, right? Y'all remember Slim Jesus used to say all this tough shit. He do this, that, and the third. Then it came out, I don't do any of that, guys. It's just rapping. And Lil Tech, I believe, is the same thing. I think he said the same thing. Yeah, guys, it's just rapping. Just you know, don't take it too serious. Just rapping. Okay. Well, I think we might need to add Cole to that list of niggas who can rap and mimic rappers. He don't got the heart of no rapper. Because rappers go nuts when they shit, motherfucker. Lil Kim was up at Hot 97, a full-on shootout over dissing, nigga. rappers different. Rappers they different. It's a different kind of animal for a rapper. Right? They don't got rose petals in their bedroom walking around. Right? They don't got big giant quilts and shit and weighted blankets where they might have that, but when they get out that weighted blanket and a nigga call them out, oh, they coming. You better watch out. Didn't 50 Cent T.I. just have a whole shit? Rappers they diss. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all got on 50 Cent ass so bad he had to rap. Remember that? Y'all motherfuckers like, this nigga ain't gonna rap. Even 50 Cent had to eventually fucking rap, gang. But J. Cole folded up within 2 days of putting out the 7-minute drill and deleted it. Ain't no rapper ever done. This nigga K-Dot making niggas do shit out of character. I'm just gonna be honest. He making niggas call their lawyers. He making niggas apologize and delete records and shit. But you want to tell me Cole is the big three and Drake is the big three. But these niggas is scrambling. They quitting on record, yo. The Hard Part 6, the nigga says, yo, I'm checking out. You doing too much. I need told the nigga to drop. And you know the Hard Part 6, all that shit, by the time all that Euphoria, all that shit came down, all that shit was like 4 days straight. Like, it wasn't even that long. The whole fucking shit. Once it really got going, yeah. Once Family Matters dropping all that shit was like 4 hot days. Bang, bang, bang. Shit was over. Nigga was throwing in a white towel. So we got a whole different kind of rapper now, right? Who do we blame? Can we blame Kanye? Is it Kanye's fault? The pink polos, right? We forgave Kanye. Gang, listen. We forgave Kanye for not writing his raps. We loved him. When we found out, we didn't care. We found out that Kanye didn't write Jesus Walks. Guess what? We still let him be Kanye. He's just that good at what he did. But that trickled down into other guys not writing and other guys breaking codes and other guys not having to be solid. Just gonna be honest, this is not solid to apologize for a rap battle. It's not solid. So, end of the day, we got guys apologizing for rap battles, bigging up their opponents, deleting the records. Then we want to let them come back. And I'm telling you, this PR team, I don't know what they're doing. I already told you they're giving out hoodies and this, that, and the third to all these reactors and this, that, and the third. But they're doing some work. I've never seen nobody. Drake name ain't good out here. Cole name, this nigga's tied. This nigga is fucking, he got tied with Snuggle Softener. His name is good. Like he did, this shit is almost worse than what Drake did. This fucking apology and deleting the record, and then coming back with Port Antonio, love letter to the other nigga. Then you did Grippy, you flaked on Cam, all this funny style shit. Soon as the fall off drop, man, this motherfucker came out. Everybody was clapping their hands, stomping their feet, going to the pop-outs, the pop-ups, and this, that, and the third, chasing the motherfucking Honda Civic down the street, getting autographs, buying the CDs out the trunk. Oh, it was a love fest. I bet you, I don't think Drake could do that. It would be motherfuckers at them things trying to get the craziest clout shots, playing Not Like Us all out. Drake could not do what J. Cole just did with this Honda Civic. And it's impossible. It would be too many Kendrick heads there. But Drake, I'm sorry, Cole, he came back out of the dust. He came back out like a phoenix. He dropped that record, man. I don't know how they did it, but they reversed the whole narrative. And this guy like Jesus walking. And they're telling us we need to forgive and forget. We got to forgive and forget. And I've been saying for 2 years, I'm the Neanderthal. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the problem because I can't forget. It's hip hop rules to this shit. I can't forgive and forget, gang. And this interview showed me that this guy still is not qualified to be a rapper in this business. He is not strong enough to hold that title. He's not strong enough. He's a fan. If you listen to him, if you can get through the whole interview, this guy's a fan. And most of the questions she asked him was like, "Oh, how did you feel when your team asked you to do this? How did you?" It's like he's being guided by a team. He's just the pen in the pad, dog. But the whole situation is being guided by others. It seemed like because the guy mad wishy-washy can't decide on this and decide on that. Happy about the little shit. I'm like, nigga, you 15? You sound like a nigga in the 8th grade that's just starting to get some shine and is excited about it. Cole, you've been popping for about 15 years now, if I'm not bugging out. Like, this all shuck shit is kind of crazy. Who's that? He's talking about the 300K in the first week. We never said he can't sell records. He did 280. He should have did that, but that was part of the rollout that they changed the narrative on him. Soon as he dropped that teaser, right? The teaser for the album, I told you, as soon as it dropped, I said the whole narrative changed. A lot of these J. Cole fans was real quiet for 2 years. They would poke their head out and defend him a little bit, but I was making crazy ass videos about J. Cole, crickets. Barely get a response. When that teaser trailer came out, nigga, they came, listen. They all got reinvigorated. They all became big bone and brolic all over again. You couldn't say shit about this nigga. 500 niggas was on 500 wolves. Mwah, like Raekwon say, we had 500 wolves on you. Yeah, they got re-energized. They're like, oh, Cole is back. This nigga ain't dead. I had just did a video before that teaser came. I did a video. I said Cole is doing nothing right now, and that's a good thing. I did a whole video about how J. Cole was quiet. Nobody was talking about him. He was out of the, which was good for his image because we forgot about what had happened. And it wasn't much longer than that. He dropped that teaser, and these motherfuckers, they put their coats back on, they Timberland boots. Shout out to me, TJ and Fleas. We got a new video called Peanut Butter Tims. Go check that video out. It's on some hip hop shit, right? But they put their Peanut Butter Tims back on, right? They big ass jeans, they True Religions or whatever they had, and they Averex jackets, do rags, Yankee fitted or wherever they was from. And they was back outside. Them Cole fans is back outside. Like fucking, what was it? Backstreet Boys hanging tough. It's either the Backstreet Boys or the NSYNC or the whatever. I think it's Backstreet Boys that they hanging tough. Y'all let me know. But now they tough again. You can't say shit about J. Cole. You saw homeboy in the comments spazzing out. These motherfuckers don't like it. I don't like it. Don't talk about my guy. Mind you, his fans talk tougher than him because he don't care. If you watch the interview, he was never affected by it. He wasn't even paying attention to it. He said his spirit was good long as K. Dot knew. So I guess the apology at Dreamville was for K. Dot. And the what was it? The what's the shit called? Port Antonio? That was for Drake's ears. So he had wiped his hands up. He said, listen, I did all I can do. I apologize. It was New Kids on the Block hanging tough. I apologize. And everything is whatever, because my guys know how I feel. Even though K. Dot has blocked me and Drake is leaving me on red. But at least they know, right? Honey, dry your eyes. It's going to be okay. I'm going to go on tour. I put the Honda in the shop. It's getting a new engine. I got a whole marketing plan. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to sell CDs. Yes, out the trunk. Don't worry about it. It's going to be safe. Everybody loves me again. There's nothing going to happen. Going to happen to me. I'm going to drive this shit all the way to California, and I'm going to go sit down with TDE. But they have really no reason to be mad at me. I deleted the record. What record? What song? Punch. What song we talking about? There is no record. There's fucking me. I never said none of that shit. I deleted it, remember? We're good. Me, Daylight, we was hanging out in the studio. It's preposterous, gang. This ain't my hip hop. I don't know what this is, bro. We're like George Bush, a kinder, gentler nation or some shit, right? Who said that shit, right? George Bush was white. Somebody said that. This different, gang. This different. We're in a stress relief oil. Like I put your favorite rapper neck in the new. I just like y'all niggas be stressing. I just feel like I got no stress in the booth. I feel like I left the masseuse. Talking big bone and brolic. And then one day he wasn't. And I'm supposed to forget that shit. I can't. I watched this interview. It's so tough to get through it because he's allowed to just ramble and make things seem so lighthearted. This nigga Drake went through hell last year, gang. He ain't have a lighthearted year like you did. You were able to just fall back because you deleted your shit, right? Don't Drake wish he could go back and have that shit he did? He can't. You were allowed the grace to just fall back, say all this shit, and just fall back. Now you drove to California, you sat down with Punch allegedly, and I may be wrong. Is it Punch or TDE? You sat down with him, dapped him up. Shit, they probably was like, Dot, look who here. Nigga pulled it like, yo, Dot, look. They probably called Dot on the motherfucking FaceTime. Yo, Dot, your boy here. Because he's not a threat. Dot ain't mad. He's indifferent. He don't give a fuck. Why would you be scared of a nigga? Why would you be mad at a nigga that dissed you, then apologized? We ain't got nothing to be mad about. What record? Can't find the shit. No, he not mad. He don't care. Why would he? You're a rapper that backed out of a battle that you jumped in. You are no longer a threat to anybody in this shit. That's why Simba talking crazy. And Simba still giving them respect. Simba like, Cole is my man because he hurt. It's you niggas like, I fucking thought you were something else that you weren't. That's why Simba feel away right now. He hurt. He hurt. It's like seeing your hero with no clothes on and shit. Like, goddamn, nigga, why you out here like this? Simba's hurt. But he said what he said, and then J. Cole, this is my problem with this. J. Cole got the nerve to sneak diss him. These niggas is my sons. I'm Simba. Some shit. So now you sneak diss Simba, but you ain't finished off with J. Cole, with K. Dot. You ain't finished the beef with Dot, but you're going to sneak diss Simba? This is why we got a problem with this guy, gang. And guess what happened when Cole wrote that line about Simba and my sons? Guess who came to his defense saying we didn't hear what we thought we heard? J. Cole fans. Guys, I can't make this shit up. Simba made a verse. He talked about J. Cole, basically being disappointed in J. Cole. J. Cole did the Birthday Blizzard 26 mix a tape. And on one of them songs, you use Biggie beats, this, that, and the third. He clapped back at Simba, which shows he still has an ego. And he's still listening for any signs of disrespect. And he's still subbing and dissing. He clapped back and said the name Simba. He literally said this man's name. And J. Cole fans try to do mental gymnastics and say that it wasn't about him. He just said the Grammy lines, and they just try to tell us that that wasn't about him either. Gang, we in a different world. These guys are so, they so tapped, gang, it don't even make no sense right now. They want to tell us we don't hear what we just heard. So he literally still want to be considered the best rapper if you listen to him, but he don't want to earn it outright. He want to sneak this and do features. This is where we are. He want to sneak this and do features and be considered top done dot in this shit, but he don't want to battle for it. And he don't want to have the smoke that come with being the top. It's a lot of niggas took shots at niggas, right? And we did just see Joey Badass take shots. Kendrick didn't need to respond to that because Joey Badass destroyed himself. He got into a battle with all these other guys. And after a while, we were tapped out of battle. By the time Daylight song came, we was like, okay, we good on battles. We good. Ray Vaughn and all this, like, it was great. Ray Vaughn said, Kendrick told me, don't respond no more because the battle's cooked. Even Kendrick probably was waiting in the wings, like, let me see how this shit go. I might have to hit this nigga. Kendrick, I'm gonna be honest, this probably was Kendrick was watching that Joey Badass shit like this. Let me see what happened. If this nigga if it get too far, I'll hit his ass up. I guarantee you had Joey smoked Ray Vaughn and smoked Daylight and still kept coming, but Joey backed out. Daylight made that record saying the battle's over. What Daylight did was smart. Daylight ended the battle. Because with his last response, in that response, he came at it, but then he changed the narrative. He started apologizing for what he said, right? He said some really, really heinous things, right? And what happened was he ended the battle himself. Daylight cooled that battle off, right? About what he said about Steez, just because he really loved the guy too. So he used it against him in the battle, which these people forgot. You still use shit in the battle, right? But he said some shit about Steez, then he apologized. He started talking about Steez in the battle. It was heartwarming, right? What Daylight did, it was heartwarming. But Daylight one of the best MCs, right? So he knew how to end that battle. But at that point, the battle was over. Now, it had to kept going and da-da-da. And Joey Badass, when another couple months, just still shitting on K-Dot, K-Dot would have responded. I'm just going to be honest with you. I know y'all motherfuckers don't know how this shit work, but he do. And had that shit kept going, right? Instead of Joey Badass dropping the record too late and the record going awful. I think the shit did 9,000 copies. And then he canceled the tour for mental health, right? Had Joey Badass got some traction, took these niggas out handily, and then kept pointing that dot, he would have got a response. I'm just going to be honest, because the nigga understands the game. He would have got a response. It wouldn't have happened on his own. It wouldn't happen on his time, but he would have got a response. He probably still might. But at the end of the day, they understand these rules. Cole wants to have the cake and eat it too. He want to do these features with inferior rappers. His 2 Grammys, gang. And I know you're going to say whatever. You may be a fan of 21. You may be a fan of Lil Durk. They're not on Cole's level. He did features with inferior rappers, and even on Lil Durk's song, Cole wasn't even on topic. He was rapping about some shit that didn't have nothing to do with what the nigga was talking about. He went more of a rap fucking angle. Eating niggas. But then when it come time to really whatever, he's nowhere to be found because he wants to delete shit and walk away. And at the end of the day, we were getting this promise of this joint album, right? This joint album, and there was going to be Cole and Dot had this album. Dot probably smelled something on him. I'm just going to be honest. Dot might have smelled something on him. Like, something ain't right about this guy. And I really never got into, I've been saying this for you. I told you I got a review channel where I reviewed, I I reviewed Cole's album. I believe it was it might have been KOD or the one after KOD, right? I reviewed his album and I said it in that this shit might be 7-8 years ago, but I said I understand that hip hop needs J. Cole. Every time I brought his name up on that channel, I said I think I reviewed 2 albums on it. I said hip hop needs J. Cole. I respect what he does. He makes his own beats. He writes his own raps. That shit is tough. And I said he does it at a high level, but I don't listen to the shit after I listen to it once. After I listen to it once, I don't listen to Cole stuff no more, even though I know what he means to the culture. It just was something I just couldn't, it didn't resonate with me long term. And I used to apologize. I said, I'm sorry, gang. I gotta be honest with you. It just don't resonate with me long term. And I have to, I don't follow through with it. I don't keep playing it, but I understand what he means to the culture. He's important to the culture. We want you on that wall. We need you on that wall, right? There's a movie back in the day. I think it's called was it All the King's Men? No, it's some shit with Tom Cruise, and he's him and Jack Nicholson, right? Can't remember the name of the movie right now. One of the greatest movies ever made. And he says he's trying to get Jack Nicholson to admit that he called the code red. You called the code red, right? And he finally gets Jack Nicholson to admit that he called the code red. And he goes, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall, right? It's like, this country can't be defended without me. And I said, that's Cole. We need him on that wall for hip hop, but it just don't stick to my ribs. And I feel like that was what it didn't stick to Dot ribs after a while, and a lot of other people's ribs after a while. And then we get here, A Few Good Men. Salute to Modcast by Sam. Salute to Sam. Sam's in the building. We need you on that wall, but it doesn't necessarily resonate with me and a lot of other people, right? Salute Stein in the building. A Few Good Men. So end of the day, it feels like we saw a guy who was above his station, like they say in Hamilton, right? He's trying to get above his station. I think he wanted to be an amazing battle rapper, an amazing rapper. I think he's Slim Jesus. Slim Jesus feel, well, I got to rap about sticks and clicks and clips and this, that, and the third to be taken seriously as a rapper. Instead of being myself, I got to rap like they rap. And I think J. Cole really wants to be this stick carrying monk, but he knows that's not going to get him in the top 10 conversation. Right? He wants to be Arrested Development. Everyday people. Oh yeah, he want to do Mr. Window type shit, but he knows that's not gonna get me in the conversation. But he Mr. Window, right? Salute to Arrested Development. What's my homeboy? The rapper, the lead rapper of the Arrested Development. Salute to them guys. I just shared their video couple. They just got a new video. I want to say probably the end of last year. Arrested Development made a new song. And I shared it. Salute to Arrested Development. I know this guy's name, right? And it's just like who else? Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas are real lyricists. They rappers, right? They really love hip hop, but they do what they do because that's who they are. But they really love hip hop. They just got a new video out, Los Angeles. I love that. It's a dope video, but they're just trying to just be who they are. Speech. Salute to who said that? Tariq. I got the thing wrong. No, Tarif, my bad. Tarif. Speech. Mysterious mermaid. Speech. But Black Eyed Peas are the same way. They really stick true to themselves, but you don't hear nobody putting will.i.am in the top rapper conversation. Right? You don't hear Speech in there. You never hear Chuck D in there. You never hear Black Eyed Peas in there. These niggas love the culture. They love rapping. Don't tell them nothing against rapping, right? But J. Cole knows I can't be Speech with a stick, right? With incense, smelling of the finest oils and shit. I gotta be, you know what I mean? I gotta be this nigga that's putting rappers next in the news. But he really Speech, right? He really Speech. He wants to be that. But you can't get where he is being Speech. No disrespect to Speech. I told you I shared the video. I just saw on the side note, I just saw this little video documentary about Redhead Kingpin. Salute to the other channel. I wish I could bring up the other channel, but Redhead Kingpin the same way. Like back in the day, he came in to rap at a certain time when rap was changing. and he didn't adjust to it. He stayed himself and he was out of here. So I think J. Cole realizes what he can and can't do and can and can't say. And all that tough talk. He wants to be in a conversation, so you need the tough talk. Honestly, J. Cole has no right to talk tough no more, but he knows nobody want to hear me talking like speech. So he's still talking tough all over again. Even though we heard Port Antonio, this, that, and the third. Okay? End of the day, yes, you can sell records and be in the conversation, but when they start talking that top 10 lyrical shit, he wants that. Drake wants that. Right? They both want that. They want you to sit down at barbershops or at dinners, family gatherings, barbecues, and they want you to start, when you start talking about hip hop, they want to hear you say it. They want to hear you say, all right, fuck it. I'm going to give you my top 5. Yo, calm down. Okay, I'm going to do it. My fucking top 10. Okay, fuck it. You want to hear it, fucking go. Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Tupac, shit, fuck, y'all ain't gonna agree with me, but I'm gonna say Eminem. That's my 5. Shit, 6. Fuck it. I'm gonna give it to Dot, then Drake, then Cole. Not in that order. And then fuck it. I'm gonna put fucking shit. Ghostface, Big Pun. That's my 10, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. They want you to put them in their 10. They want to be in that conversation. Any real MC wants that. They want to be in that conversation, but you got to rap a certain kind of way. It is what it is. Now, I have taken people out of my top 10, and I have to be 100% honest. I make it a top 12 now. I don't say top 10 no more because I need 2 slots. So I'm not going to give you top 10. I need top 12. And I had to remove guys that I respected for years to put K. Dot in there. And at one point, there was a serious conversation with myself to put Cole right behind Dot. This is years ago. It was like 7, 8 years. This was a long time ago. But I was considering, even though I told you his shit didn't stick to my ribs, I just respected what he was doing. I was like, this nigga could go platinum on some backpack shit. I had to respect it. Now, I never put him in there, but I considered it. This was a long time ago. And so that's how important I thought this guy was at that time. But as things went on and I started to be like, bro, like, I don't know. Like, I can't move nobody out for this guy. Something just wasn't, I just don't know. I wasn't ready to do that. Wasn't ready to do that. So I was like, you know what? Dot is in there. I might have to move around. I might have to move Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? I got to move somebody, gang. It is what it is, right? I might have to move. I'm going to have to shuffle Ice Cube around a little bit. Scarface, I got to keep him in there somewhere. But I just, you know what I mean? I had to kind of like shuffle some shit around, but Dot had to go in there. I'm just going to be honest. It is what it is. So, end of the day, right? End of the day, they want to be taken seriously. And this guy wants that, but he didn't earn it. And this thing with the apology, and I'm going to leave it at this thing with the apology has knocked him out of that slot forever. Pac would not respect it, and he reveres Pac. Biggie would not respect it. A lot of rappers wouldn't respect it. DMX wouldn't respect it. I can't name one rapper, a rapper that we revere that could walk down the street and get handshakes instead of getting slapped. Right? Nas ain't getting slapped. He walked down the street. Jay ain't getting slapped. A lot of niggas is not getting slapped. So them niggas that will walk down the street and get handshakes and niggas looking out for them, they would not respect you apologizing to another rapper and deleting the track. They won't. Then you come in here with this lame ass interview talking about you felt better when you did it. The weight lifted off your shoulders. Why? You defended yourself. You defended your honor. Why are you miserable? Putting the family dog and everybody else through misery. Dad, you want to play checkers? No. The whole house is in misery because you dissed Kendrick Lamar and it came out lame and the people told you it was lame. That's a problem. So I'm trying to figure out why you felt the need to make the record in the first place. Nadeska, you got some answer. You got some shit to ask Cole in the next, because I saw there's another interview coming. Right? I believe I just saw that there's another one coming. Maybe they already filmed it, but we can't have the puppy dog eyes this time. We can't be this fan that can't ask the real questions. Why didn't you do Cameron's verse? Why didn't you do the podcast? Why did you write 7-minute drill? Why did you put out Port Antonio? For God's sakes, why'd you do Grippy? Why'd you throw the sneak diss at Simba? Is your Grammy rhyme that you just wrote, is that you put on? Everybody keep telling me, Charles, you know that song is old. They did the song in 2024. Mike Will just dropped it now. Well, didn't Kendrick have Grammys back in 2024? Wasn't that at the height of the beef? So he still was dissing. You ain't helping your case. All right. But at the end of the day, why did you make that Grammy comment? It's so many things to ask. Right? What happened with you in 910 Space? What's going on with that? Are you guys good? Because he believed you dissed him on the fall off when you dissed that local rapper on disc 1. When you diss some local rapper and everybody thinks it's so many rappers you could be talking about, they think you put a collage of rappers together. They think it's 4-5 rappers that you could be talking about. But 910 thought you was talking about him. And he said he needs that fade because you said at the record, talking tough again, now you're going to give the fade to the nigga when you see him. 910 Space said, oh yeah, I'm the nigga that, and I want the fade. So are you talking to 910 Space? It's a lot of questions that Nadeska failed to ask. A lot going on. So we need more people. we need more things to address. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. What we talking about? The mods? We need mods, Shay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm gonna set up some mods in the future. I don't even know, man. End of the day, man, let these niggas cry, man. I'm about to get out of here anyway. I'm not going much longer about this nigga, man. Listen, man. Sims, I appreciate you being in here. CNI, Mike, who else in here, man? Q, Vicky, Dapo, Crowned. I don't know what's going on, but somebody with FDMG in this bitch. That's funny. Who else got going on? Cali. We got everybody in Sherry Ann. It's a beautiful night, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all rocking in, man. It is what it is. Terezy said we don't need no mods. I don't care. It's like I don't really care what niggas say. I only kick one guy just because it just was getting too crazy. Like at least have some, at least be bringing some value to the convo, right? At least ask questions like, come in here with some fucking restraint, bro. Don't just nonstop flood the shit with comments of calling niggas haters. Like that's not adding nothing. Like we're gonna kick you. I just need like one good mod, man. We'll figure it out. It is what it is. I personally don't give a fuck. But I don't like y'all getting so like annoyed with the niggas. Like, damn, we can't even think about this shit. Listen, man, we had a great turnout. I appreciate y'all. We had no less than 500 in here at any given time. Rarely had less than 5. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the super chats too. CNI with the super chat. Appreciate you, man. Listen, I was like contemplating. I said, Charles, you know what you're gonna say on that video gonna be crazy. So just know going in that you're going to offend some people and some of the things you say might be hurtful. But at the end of the day, I got to speak my mind. And I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking all around. These niggas walking around with these J. Cole hoodies, and they're doing all this tapping and clapping and trying to make us think we crazy, gaslighting, right? Salute. I told you, salute to Wayno. But at the end of the day, Wayno, you really doing too much because you're supposed to be a hip-hop head too. And you still trying to convince us that we doing and saying the wrong thing about J. Cole because we gotta live and let live and forget that. Nah, we ain't forgetting shit. Hip-hop, if we start forgetting shit, then hip-hop ain't gonna be what it's supposed to be. And niggas supposed to stand on business in this shit. So we're not gonna let you keep talking about you're gonna put rappers next to the news and then you back out and delete the fucking song. No, nigga, then we ain't gonna respect it and we don't. It's just that simple, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all in the chat. I appreciate everybody being in here. We out of here, man. Whatever you feel, put it in the chat. When we done, all right, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip.